ghost frequency.
Episode The Devil's Promenade, the Joplin Spook, Light I'm Ghost. And this is the ghost frequency. There is a road. It sits 12 miles southwest of Joplin, Missouri, right where the state bleeds into Oklahoma. Locals call it Spook Light Road. But the old-timers, the ones who've been coming out here since before your parents were born, they call it something else. They call it the Devil's Promenade. And on most nights, if you park your car, cut your lights, and just wait, something comes. It's described most often as an orange ball of light. It travels east to west along a 4-mile stretch of gravel road, bobbing, spinning, rising above the tree line, then dropping back down like something breathing. 4 State's homepage. Witnesses say it dances and spins at high speeds, then hovers, then retreats. Others say it sways side to side, like a lantern being carried by something you cannot see. Joplin, M.O. Some nights it's the size of a baseball. Some nights it fills the road like a basketball on fire. People have reported feeling the heat of it as it passed near them while walking the road at night. Others have reported seeing it come directly through the windows of their cars, inside the vehicle, and out the other side. Legends of America. And here's the part that should make the hair on your arms stand up. It has been appearing, reportedly every night, for well over 100 years. Joplin, M.O. Now, who has looked into this? Not just ghost hunters and teenagers with flashlights. We're talking about the United States Army. In 1942, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers investigated the spook light and concluded the phenomenon was caused by the refraction of distant headlamps on Route 66. In amidst, case closed, right? Not so fast. Many witnesses recorded seeing the light before 1933, which is when Route 66 was even completed. And sightings stretch back into the 19th century before cars existed at all. In amidst, Leonard Stoner of Quapaw, Oklahoma, put it plainly. He said, "I've lived around Quapaw for 61 years. I've seen a number of teams investigating the source of the ghost light, but none of them have ever found out what it is. I was here before there were any cars in this district, and the ghost light was there then." Historic Joplin. So the Army's explanation explains some of it, but not all of it. And the people who've lived here their whole lives, who were here before the roads, before the cars, before Route 66 ever existed, they'll tell you that light was there long before any of that. The first official written report came in 1881 in a publication called The Ozark Spook Light. Joplin, M.O. But the lore goes back further, much further. According to legend, the spook light was first witnessed by Native Americans along the Trail of Tears in 1836, Joplin, M.O. And the stories they left behind aren't simple. They're heartbreaking. The most repeated legend tells of 2 young Quapaw lovers, a woman and a man who married against her father's wishes. Warriors of their tribe pursued them through the forest until they reached a cliff above the Spring River. With nowhere left to run, they joined hands and leaped to their deaths. 4 State's homepage. The light, they say, is the glow of those 2 souls, still searching, still together, still refusing to go dark. Another legend tells of an Osage chief who was decapitated in the area and wanders the road still, holding a lantern high, searching for his lost head. Joplin, M.O. And then there's the miner, a man who came home one night to find his cabin burned to the ground and his family gone. His ghost now walks Spooklight Road with a lantern, night after night, looking for people who are never coming back. 4 State's homepage. 3 different stories, 3 different tragedies, all of them pointing to the same stretch of road. So, what do the scientists say, the ones who aren't on the Army's payroll? Paranormal investigator and author Lisa Livingston Martin says the most credible theory involves geology. This entire region sits on a fault line running east from New Madrid, Missouri, all the way into Oklahoma, the same fault system responsible for 4 major earthquakes in the 18th century. In areas where rocks deep below the surface are shifting and grinding against each other, they can generate powerful electrical atmospheric charges. Visible ones. 4 State's homepage. She points out that the natural gas theory, common for similar lights in marshy areas, doesn't hold up here because the Joplin spook light is seemingly unaffected by wind or rain. And if it were escaping gas, what exactly is igniting it? Night after night, for over a century? 4 States homepage. Nobody has answered that. As Livingston Martin herself put it, we can say what it's not a lot easier than what it is. Coam News. Now, here's what we know for certain. Over the decades, this light has been shot at with shotguns. It didn't stop. Scientists, military engineers, journalists, physicists, and UFO hunters have all come out to that road. None of them have produced a definitive answer. Howell County News. In 1986, researcher Keith Partain proposed that there may actually be 2 separate phenomena happening on that road: genuine unexplained sightings and misidentified car lights, which would explain why decades of investigation keeps producing contradictory results. In the midst. In other words, some of what people see might be explainable, but not all of it. The light has been reported inside vehicles. People have felt its heat. Witnesses describe it splitting into multiple orbs, changing from orange to red to blue, disappearing in front of you and reappearing behind you. Legends of America. Car headlights don't do that. The road is still there. The light still shows up. And every generation, a new set of headlights parks at the edge of the darkness and waits. Some leave with a rational explanation. Some leave with something else entirely. The Devil's Promenade doesn't care which kind of person you are when you arrive. It only cares what kind of person you are when you leave. If you go, and you might, go after midnight. Cut your engine. Cut your lights. Let your eyes adjust to the kind of dark that doesn't exist in cities anymore. And whatever you see out there on that road, decide for yourself what it is. I'm Ghost, and this has been the Ghost Frequency, a Haunted Strings production.